McLaren have reportedly initiated a series of emergency internal meetings that could redefine everything about how the team operates. What began as a brewing tension after Singapore has now evolved into something far more serious, a deep introspection about leadership, fairness, and the balance of power inside Woking's walls. The fallout from the clash between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris wasn't just about a racing incident anymore. It was a test of McLaren's identity, the very Papaya Rules that have guided the team's philosophy for the past 2 seasons. Andrea, Stella, and Zak Brown have gathered their top engineers, strategists, and both drivers behind closed doors in what sources describe as tense but necessary discussions. For a team that prides itself on transparency and equality, this is the first real storm they've had to weather since becoming title contenders again. Those close to the situation say these meetings have gone far beyond a simple debrief about rebuilding trust after it visibly cracked under the floodlights of Marina Bay. Piastri's frustration at feeling overlooked, Norris's defiance in defending his move, and McLaren's silence in the aftermath created a perfect cocktail of doubt. Each side came into the talks with its own perspective, Piastri demanding clarity on the team's principles, Norris seeking assurance that his ambition wouldn't be restrained, and Stella caught between two brilliant but combustible talents. The mood in Woking has been described as one of cautious honesty. No shouting, no theatrics, just the kind of uncomfortable truth-telling that great teams sometimes need to survive. Inside the McLaren boardroom, the topic everyone is avoiding publicly is whether the Papaya Rules, the team's guiding principle of fairness, and no intra-team collisions still hold any real meaning. When Norris hit Piastri in Singapore and no team orders followed, that unspoken code seemed to evaporate. Now, Stella is said to be pushing for a reset, a total overhaul of how McLaren manages its drivers on and off the track. Every decision, every pit call, every piece of data will now be reviewed under stricter transparency protocols to ensure no perception of bias remains. Zak Brown, meanwhile, has reportedly taken personal responsibility for mending the rift, organizing joint meetings with both drivers to reinforce unity while also acknowledging the uncomfortable reality. Two championship-caliber drivers are chasing the same dream. Harmony, it seems, is fragile by design. The timing couldn't be more critical. With the Constructors' title already sealed, the remaining races will determine who brings home McLaren's first Drivers' Championship in decades. Yet, behind the smiles and PR polish, there's a sense that something fundamental has shifted. The team that once celebrated perfect collaboration now finds itself navigating fragile egos and wounded trust. Piastri's camp, led by Mark Webber, has reportedly pressed for written assurances that McLaren will handle future incidents consistently, while Norris's camp insists that racing freedom must not be compromised. It's a delicate balancing act. One misstep could tip the team from dominance into division. And that's exactly why these secret meetings matter. What's being decided behind those orange-tinted glass walls won't just shape McLaren's next race, it could shape their next era. The policies, promises, and agreements forged in the aftermath of Singapore could either restore their unity or cement their fracture. So, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay till the end, because the truth about McLaren's internal shakeup might just change everything you thought you knew about this championship fight. Inside McLaren's headquarters, the mood has shifted dramatically since the chaos of Singapore. What was once a confident, unified operation now feels like a team standing at a crossroads. The meetings between Andrea, Stella, Zak Brown, and the two drivers haven't just been about smoothing over bruised egos. They've been about rewriting how McLaren operates under pressure. The message from the top has been clear. The mistakes of Monza and Singapore cannot happen again. The walls of Woking have echoed with long, uncomfortable conversations about accountability, communication, and fairness. Every engineer, every strategist, and every mechanic knows that from this point forward, even the smallest call could define not just a race result, but the trust holding this championship campaign together. Andrea Stella, ever the diplomat, has taken center stage in these discussions. Calm but firm, he's been laying out a new internal protocol designed to prevent any repeat of the confusion that erupted in Singapore. The first change is structural. Every decision made mid-race will now be logged and reviewed post-race by an independent internal panel within McLaren. But even the most polished statements can't hide the tension. Everyone knows that behind the scenes, something fundamental is shifting. McLaren are no longer just managing two star drivers, they're managing two empires of influence. As for the drivers themselves, the psychological impact has been immense. For Piastri, this new phase represents both opportunity and risk. The freedom to race without interference means he can finally prove himself on equal terms, but it also removes the safety net. Every mistake, every missed chance, will now be on him alone. His approach has reportedly become more meticulous. Longer simulator sessions, more detailed debriefs, sharper focus on tyre management and qualifying precision. He's determined to show that calm discipline can still win championships in a sport that often rewards aggression. Norris, by contrast, has embraced the chaos. His confidence has swelled since Singapore, interpreting the team's decision to step back as a green light to fight without restraint. His camp believes that his experience, charisma, and growing influence inside McLaren give him the edge on track and off it. Yet even Norris knows that one wrong move could undo everything. The internal monitors, the reviews, the promises of fairness, they're all reminders that he's racing not just Piastri, but perception itself. The